That just feels so wrong. Finally, we're gonna test the sound. Basic sound, here we go. Instruments in general can be really expensive and oftentimes one of the biggest barriers to entry for more people learning how to play music. And that's why I'm always interested when there are other ways out there that allow more people to participate. And I recently discovered this 3D printed violin project called Violin, where they give out their designs for free, which means anyone with a 3D printer can print out their own violin. If only I had access to a 3D printer. So I borrowed my friend's 3D printer, thanks Albert, and also learned a lot about the process for 3D printing. Turns out that there's a whole community that come together to discuss designs and share them for free. The overall process took about half a day, and we had to print the violin in separate parts. But Violin had also accounted for this by designing a version where you put together the parts after they were finished. Turns out that most 3D printers aren't big enough to print it all in one go anyway. Now, if I were to describe the process, it was a bit like baking. We'd sit around waiting for one part to complete before taking it out and putting in the next. And finally, after about 12 hours of printing, it was complete. All right, so now we've got all these parts here and we're ready to start building the violin. This is a bit like a Lego construction set. I've got the instructions here of the website as well. There are a few items here that aren't 3D printed that were on the instruction manual. These pegs were one of them. This carbon fiber like rod that apparently goes through the instrument that holds it together. Yeah, this is probably like too difficult for them to make. Oh my gosh, I have to snap off the holes, the screw things. Oh my gosh, that worked. Okay, so I gotta do this another 3 times. Oh, I'm getting better at this. Last one. Now we're gonna insert the tuning pegs into the violin neck. And then we just put it like this, and then we do this, and we do this. Perfect, ta-da! Look at this, this is somewhat okay. Oh no, it's not okay. Oh my gosh, that was not attached at all. Wow, this is taking longer than the 3D printer. Well, that's snug enough. So finally, yes, it feels very, very secure. We're ready to move on to the next step. Now we're gonna fit together the neck and the chamber pieces. Gotta insert this carbon fiber rod in through the neck. I am a modern day Stradivari. Just call me Antonio. Wait, but why am I trying to put this together? I should be putting this together, okay. All right, there we go. That actually slid in pretty, wow. It's almost like it was made for this. Oh, and I see it. If we don't secure it with a rod, then that happens. Your violin just becomes like deconstructed. Okay, so this is together now. Neck goes in. I feel like the neck is kind of short, by the way. Anyway, we'll figure that out. And then we put this can't be right. This can't be right. I must be doing something wrong. Wait, let me investigate. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so you see, this is what's holding it together. This is fun, actually. Oh no, I can't do that because I have to do this first. That just feels so wrong. Okay, I'm gonna use this trusty wench again to push it through. Cool, there we go. Yeah, it's solid. It doesn't fall apart now. Imagine doing this to an actual violin. Just be like, hey, is it working? Is it working? Is it like ready to break? It feels heavier though. This part feels really heavy. This part feels really light compared to a normal violin. Okay, we've got the next step. We're gonna install the strings. This is a 3D printed bridge that we're using here. Oh, attention to detail here. Bridges are not symmetrical. And this bridge is also not symmetrical. Now it's a test of my knowledge. Which side is the lower side? I think it's the E string side that's higher. That makes sense, yeah, because E string needs to have more tension. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh no, it was the E string side that was lower. I fail. But maybe that's why I break so many E strings. On that note, let's put the G string, let's put the thicker string in first because less likely to mess up that way. We have to thread the string through this. Okay, so this one, oh yep, there we go. That goes there. Then we turn the pegs. It seems very, very strange that the peg isn't turning the, like, why is this not turning? Oh, no way, it's turning, but just so slow. Oh, this is gonna take forever.
One eternity later.
All right, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. This is finally, we've completed this. I gotta say, this is probably one of the coolest things that I've done to date. I feel a sense of pride. This is like my baby right here. I feel a little sentimental towards it. All the struggles in putting it together. Finally, we're gonna test the sound. But I also think it's really cool that Violin put this out there for free. So thanks, Violin. We share a very similar mindset with Tonic. Tonic is a music practice app that invites musicians from all over the world. It's completely free to open virtual practice rooms and share their musical journey with each other. We make it fun by making it into a game so you can practice, improve, and actually earn rewards for your avatar for your practice room, as well as making it social as well so that you can meet others along the way and share your journey. If you're interested in checking it out, you can scan this QR code on the screen or follow the link in my description below. And now, let's give it a try. This fingerboard feels so short. I just want to note that. Like, I don't know if we can play high on this. Basic sound, here we go. Okay, all right. There's something up here with the intervals, and like you saw, F sharp on the E string is gonna be the highest note that you can play. Obviously not high enough for most of the conventional repertoire. Not to mention the other strings as well. What else? The dimensions are off in terms of the finger placements. It also feels a little rough. I think we would have to sand the sides of the neck as well. I'm pretty sure the bridge is not placed in the right part either. I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised that this thing has any sound at all. It's pretty soft. It sounds like a regular violin with a practice mute. You know, not one of those like little ones. I mean like the heavy ones. I think this instrument is probably good for learning the basics, being able to just know how to hold an instrument. It would also be a fun collector's item as well. All right, let's try to see how far we can take this instrument. Brahms Violin Concerto. Okay, at this point, I feel like it's honestly just the strings that are making sound as opposed to like the instrument resonating. I'm trying to feel it out. Yeah, I feel a little bit of resonating here in the back, but especially with it being made out of this filament, this plastic. Plastic just absorbs sound a lot. I know, you know, it's not fair, but just for sound. All right. So what are some other things? Let's see if we can do learn technique. Let's say I wanted to learn spiccato. I gotta say that this bridge is probably also causing part of the problem as well because everything's just muted. So I can't really hear the articulation when I'm trying to play it. We're obviously not gonna perform on such an instrument. Let's say you wanted to take it on a trip, right? You could just literally put it in your lunchbox and off you go. You could probably use this as a lunchbox. I mean, I did another video with like ABRSM levels. I think that you could probably get to grade 4 with this instrument, grade 5. So if you were like doing maybe like, you know, the Bach double. Whoa, that actually sounds pretty good. All right, that's a little better than I thought. You know, I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. I think you can't think about it like comparing it to even a $60 instrument on Amazon, I think would probably sound-wise be a little better than this. This is more about having the fun, you know? So obviously, you know, decibel level aside, there are a few things about this instrument that don't make it necessarily the best instrument to learn on, to even be used to it. But I do think it's a great instrument if you're a hobbyist, if you're into the making of the instrument. By the way, any of you who have a design and think that, you know, yours sounds better, hit me up. I'm curious to step into this world of 3D printing, accessories, instruments, everything. Definitely let me know in the comments below. And I hope to see you in the next video or in your practice room on Tonic. See ya!